going on, traders? How we doing this morning? Sorry, running a little bit late here. Got about a minute to the bell. You are enough. 100% enough. Let's get to it. Alrighty. Hearing something weird in my headphones. Have zero clue what it is. Guess we'll look around. I don't know if... Can you guys hear that? So, I don't know if it's some kind of new sound. I'm so confused what that noise is. Guess we'll try to figure out what it is if it keeps happening. But let's get it going. We got about 30 seconds here until we get started. There it is again. What the heck? Oh, you know what? I wonder if it's... Well, it's not the battery. I don't know what it is. We'll figure it out. There it is again. What the heck? All right, there's the bell. Good luck, everybody. Zero clue what that is, but we shall see as we go. No, I'm not trading Tesla. I just have Tesla up when I load my broker. I just like to know where it's at. That and the SPY. There's a lot going on here right out of the gate. A little laggy. I'm gonna start TGI here. Might be a little early. It was kind of hitting it on the first candle here. Usually don't do that. Usually let it kind of show us what it can do. But we are right at a pretty key area here at 12. I'd like to see it through 12. There's a lot going on here. I guess you guys aren't going to be able to see that anyway. I don't like the level 2 doing what it's doing here. Didn't get an ad there. We're looking for that 12 pop. Our average is sitting at 61. Not that great, considering that noise is going to kill me. I do not like it, and I have no idea where it's coming from. You take 75% there. I was looking for 1120 there. Got a pretty bad fill there. 47. I thought we were down near 40. Everything is going absolutely bonkers right now. What is that noise? Oh, I know what it is. I think. There we go. I think I found it. What's up, Dario? Marketing, what's up, man? By the way, good luck to everybody today. So we can get this pushed down here towards 30 again.
Don't do it again or it's all on you.
I feel like hoping we didn't miss too much there. HT is about to halt. high of this candle? 85. Probably just put it at high of day. I made it right 212. Gonna watch HT out of the halt here. There's a lot going off. Can't play too much of it. A little sad that we missed the ad there. We wanted that pop through 12 and I was ready to hit it. Can you take it to mommy or hold on 1 second? Hopefully we can come back down towards 11 now. If we can get this secondary pushed back down through 1150. Looks like we need to get down through 1132. Haven't been getting the best fills. I mean, I've been going back and watching the tape, and I've noticed it's me. When I hit the button, it just jumps. So it's not that I'm getting a bad fill. It's just where I'm getting the fill. Kind of sucks. Just missing it by that little bit. I don't like the level 2 is so laggy this morning. Anytime the bid is over the ask, you're just like, what? Looking for more of a drop down through that 30 area. Struggling here. See, look, the bid's at 41. The ask was at 40. Just trying to use VWAP here. Doesn't seem to want to give it to us. There's a bunch going on. Here we go.
Please don't spill it.
Here we go. So we can get that pushed down towards 11.
Just like this, look. Get the straw.
Looking for that flush down through this 1130 area. Keeps popping back up though. Just trying to use VWAP. Give this one more try.
Good job, Camden.
There we go. So we can get a nice flush down into the teens. Kind of struggling in this area right here. All right, we're going to take the 60% there. It's just starting to feel like that's kind of a base. If it wants to flush out the rest, then we'll look down toward 11 for it. I'll actually put it out there at 1101. Previous resistance is all the way down here. Actually, we'll just put a trail on it. We'll give it 80 cents since it's that's where high a day is. I need to get rid of that right now. Actually, I guess let's do 70. Oh, now it's there. That's fine. We'll just leave it. It's fine. I need to stop running that script. Where are you at? There it is. Exit. Okay. All right, let's see if we can find something else here. Good morning, Mother. Hey, Mom. I know you're going over there. You want to get me chutney? Bring it back. Love you. Thank you. LK halting here. This thing really came up from yesterday, too. We don't have any shares here. Where did my cursor go? CRC. MIK. I do feel like we missed a few. GOOS was a good one. HT, that's actually still going. I was interested in this one. I just didn't like how slow it was. The volume isn't that great. Yeah. I woke up a little bit late this morning. I stayed up a little bit late working on Premiere Pro, like just learning it a little bit more, and I got a little lost. So I'm a little tired this morning. I woke up a little bit late. MIK, see if we can get some volume through 6 here. TGI, I think I am going to put an order out there for the remainder at 11:01 just to see if we get it. Just front run. I'll put it like 11:03. No, I'll put 11:01. It's coming down there now. Be a pretty good washout here. Watching it. Let me pull it back up for you guys. Just watching it, see what it does here. If it wants to come down and get close, we'll just take it. Let's see if we can get the wash into our order here. Just looking for that whole dollar test. Not trying to be too greedy. Looking all the way down here at that previous resistance around 1050. Yes, Mom, I know what you're getting. I talked to Justin, but you're going to be right there. So that's why I was asking. I'd much rather chutney than Caribbean jerk and mac and cheese. I mean, I would try that, but that's not necessarily my favorite. And with you being literally right there, I figured I'd at least ask you. Here we go, 11:07 on the bid, getting close. Jumped right back up. 11:10. I can cancel this trail for now. Well, you're definitely my favorite. Chutney is an Indian place. That's the food we're discussing. And obviously she was talking about the Caribbean place. 11:05 on the bid. Getting close. Again, we got a little bit of a spread here as we're coming down towards 11, so that's why I threw these shares out here just in case we could get filled on the bid somehow. I think 1140, like 1145 is a good area here to kind of move our stop down to. That's why I got rid of the trail. It was a little too big. But hopefully we can get our fill here right at the whole dollar, and that'll be that. I don't really see too much else going on at the moment. Here we go, coming down. We're on the bid. And I think we're just going to take it here. Missed out on 4 cents there. Not going to complain. I'd let it jump up. Usually I would have hit it earlier than that, just feeling that it didn't want to actually go down through. But we'll be happy with that trade. I like it. I like the chart. Chart looks good. Little disappointed we didn't get the 12 pop first. Would have been getting our ad there, and this would have been even more beautiful. Also got a bad fill here on the first cover for 75% of our position. We thought we were getting down at 1140, and it popped up to 1147. So took a little profits away just on how the trade ended up playing out, but can't be too upset with it. Thanks, Dario. Dario. The only thing I could be a little bit upset about is, and I'm upset at myself, is because I didn't wake up early enough and I wasn't fully here. So I feel like as the scanner went bonkers this morning, I really kind of missed a few. Looks like we were right there on the getting out as it popped right back up to VWAP. See if it touches VWAP and tries to come back down, or if it wants to squeeze through. Like HT, this one actually would have sucked, it looks like. No real pullback. Not the kind we'd be looking for. American Airlines still going a little crazy. SM, don't think we would have played this one. Looks like now is when we possibly would be interested in it if it went through 5 with some volume. Apparently, Thinkorswim, TradeStation all had issues this morning, and as you guys could see, our level 2 was not the best either. So it's starting to make me wonder if they all just use the same data feed anyways. Let's see, what did we possibly miss here? Just kind of scrolling through some trades. NBR, that was one we had already looked at. Oops. RDFN, I remember pulling that up and it looked kind of good, but yeah, that was kind of a tough trade too. 67, back down to 35.82, but then it went all the way back up. DFS. Yeah, this was another one that could have been decent. CFG. Yeah, this was a good one. Probably would have, well, I don't know. Probably would have been looking for that 33 pop and we didn't get it. But man, look at that jump down after that. That would have been a good one. SPG. Another decent one. I mean, looking at this chart, I can't say we didn't have a pretty good trade. I mean, that's not a bad trade at all. The only thing that could have made it better was getting that ad, but like I said, we were looking for that pop through 12 and we just didn't get it. So kind of stuck to our plan and just didn't work out as well as we wanted it, but I can't complain. Okay. You're on the CVS? Okay. EXTR trying to push up through the highs, not much too not too much volume. Oh yeah. Keep forgetting. I restarted my computer. Yeah, I found where that noise was coming from. That was very annoying. Hopefully it's not like plastered all over the recording, but I'm assuming it would be. I don't even know where. Yeah, there it is. I was just curious if it was still there. Now I forgot what I was even going to look up. If GDT's still here, we'll give a look at the ones that he's normally looking at. BYND, not really doing too much. Tesla, not doing too much. APL. Do you look at Apple? I don't know. They're actually running pretty good here. Brian said play. Oh, wow. I guess, did he get into this pre-market? Like I said, guys, I sat down very last minute, so I don't even know what the guys in ISW were playing. BBBY. Jeff just scooped that up. Looks like it's working out well. WLL, nothing there. SSL actually looks like a decent one. PPC, we don't have any shares on it though, on SSL. PPC would actually be pretty nice if it wants to continue here. What's PEI doing? So next week, guys, we definitely will be, again, we'll be scaling up each week here. So we went from 500 to 600 this week. Next week, we'll go from this 600 to 700. We're just going to kind of continue to scale up as we go through this. We're doing pretty well at the moment, so it'll be nice to just keep it going, keep it rolling. Stick to what we're doing. It's working. And we'll hopefully just scale up, right? That's the whole point of this. Start off with risk management, stay in the game, find some consistency within a trade. Once you find that consistency, start to scale it up. It's really that easy. Now doing those things is not easy. So always keep that in the back of your head. It's definitely not easy. APPS, not a ton of volume, but we are making a move that I like here. See if we can get a move up towards 950. That would be amazing. Get some more volume into this thing. I mean, even 930 would be nice. Not too interested in it right here. You're risking way more than you'd be looking to make. That's why I said if we can get a push up here towards 930, then we got that nice previous resistance here from yesterday's highs at 9. Actually, yeah. Where is this at? 920. 920 might be a key area on the daily as well as, when did it hit there? Hey, let's scroll back just another day or two here. If it'll let me, there we go. So back here on Wednesday, it hit that same spot. So I think that'll act as a good resistance if this is all one continuous move here. But we'll have to keep in mind that actually looks like all-time highs. Yeah, as I'm scrolling back. So this is all-time highs at this 920 area if it can break it. So we do have to keep that in mind too. Going to be a ton of orders sitting there probably right above 920. CRC on the scanner, not really my play. AHT, kind of the same thing as CRC. GCI, kind of doing the same thing. OXY. Going to start OXY here. Excuse me. Tons of volume in this thing. Not a huge fan of the daily on this, but can't deny this move it's making right here. don't want to get my ads too close together. We can see that this thing can move. This thing's very jumpy. Look at it. I did take my entry a little bit based off of just assuming the $0.50 was going to hold there. So not typically what I do. It was a pretty nice move considering the candles we've looked at here previously. But as you can see, it didn't hold. Would have been better off waiting for the 50 pop, but I like the move. I didn't want to miss it. Kind of looking for this 19 area to retest. I mean, the previous resistance is actually all the way down here, 1850. But we do obviously have the trend lines coming up. A lot of people watch those, so we'll have to keep those in mind because this is very bullish looking. And it's not reacting exactly the way that we wanted it to. It feels like it's being held up quite a bit. And obviously we can't even get back down through 50 just yet. I do not trade crude oil, no. Or unless this is crude oil, then I don't know. I don't do it on purpose if I do. Like, I'm not trading it because it is crude oil, but I don't think Oxy is crude oil, is it? Yeah, I guess it could be, huh? There we go, coming down. I'd love to see this down closer to 19. I think around, I was going to say around 20, we'd be looking to try to take a partial here. So we can get a little bit more of a flush. There we go. And just let it go. See if we can. I was going to put an order out there, but we'll try to see if we can be quick enough. This thing is super jumpy though. Oh, there we go. Give it a little bit more. There we go. That's what I want. I wanted 20 for the 75%. We got 21. So if we can get down to 19 here, we'll look to take that 60%. Coming right down to it. See if we can get right down to it. Kind of looking for that 19 breakthrough. Put it at 1896, see if we can get it. Kind of watching it though. We don't want this to really spike back against us. Here we go, coming down to 19. See if we can get that pushed through. We're sitting at 1896, so close. There it is. All right, it popped through. It did not give us the pop through that we were looking for there. It only went to 1898, so we'll take the 60% there, and we'll let this last 10% kind of roll out and see what it wants to do. 1856 is what we were ultimately looking for, so we'll go ahead and put it at, we'll just front run that a little bit. We'll put it at 1865. Obviously, our stop is at high of day right now, so we can go ahead and put that in as well. We'll just put it as a range order. So 1865. So I need to turn my num lock back on. 1865, which it's starting to come down there now. By 1969. All right, another good trade. it'd be pretty hard for this thing to go squeeze up the high a day. There's way too much, and it's too big of a float for it to really squeeze straight to high of day. So I just put it there for now in case something happens, just to have the order in. But we're going to be looking to move the stop down once we get a better sense of what this thing's doing. I just didn't like how it broke there and went straight back up through. A lot of times, especially because that moving average was there, this thing is very bullish looking. So it felt like if you don't get that break and just a stuff down, not going to be too interested. That's most likely where it's going to try to bounce. And as you can see, it still is. It did go a little bit lower, but it is attempting to bounce here. So I would look for this to maybe either bouncy ball and then come down and test that area, or it might want to try to go back up towards the highs. So SM. Yeah, SM was all right. I don't know. I didn't like that chart. I didn't like the candles that we were looking at. I mean, this is definitely exactly what we look for. Look at these smaller candles, and then boom, get the pop, the squeeze, right? That's what we're looking for. And we were through that previous resistance very nicely. The only thing I didn't like about this trade was the daily, but I don't really look at the daily too much until after I get my entry. It's very close to what appears to be a pretty big gap fill. But actually, it looks like we're in the gap fill, or we're right at it. 1919. Yeah, so we were actually in the a pretty big gap fill there. Goes all the way up to 26.27. So I mean, that could be what this is trying to do, is trying to fill that gap, but we're not going to be around waiting to see if it does. We're going to see what this bounce does, see if it starts to come back down or not, and then we got our order in. I'm just going to leave it there, see whatever side it wants to hit is what it ends up hitting. HT jumping back up there towards the highs. WLL, nothing there. JMIA, not too much going on there. SM back up at the highs as well. Very happy with both of my trades today. Followed the plan on both of them. The only thing that could have made them better is if we would have got ads on both of them. This one on Oxy, we didn't really ever get close. We would have been looking up for that 20 pop. And on the other one, see, I already forgot the ticker, TGI. This one ended up going a little bit lower here, but very happy. I mean, guys, I can't draw these pictures any better. I mean, look at where that previous resistance is, right here in the pre-market, and then boom, it explodes. Look what it came down and tested. Now it's trying to finally bounce. I mean, it happens all the time. Look for extension through previous resistance, look to get short, look for it to ride it down. Now, only if I could just hold 100% of my position down to that area, right? Maybe in the future, but there's so much price action happening. I mean, look at what this did before it actually got back down there, right? It went back up towards the highs, tried again, and then down here is where you could probably be a little bit more patient with your holds. But I wanted to get out there and look for other trades. Could have just obviously let this go with a little bit more of a wider stop, but I was very happy with just taking the trade off there at 11. So it happens all the time. Where are we at with OXY? Kind of the same story, right? We were looking for this to come back down, test this previous resistance, but this one seems to be a little bit more bullish. And like I said, we're in this little gap here that it's trying to fill, and it's actually right at the top of the gap at the moment. Well, the top, it's trying to use the previous resistance as support now is what I'm trying to say, which is right here at this 1916 area. Yeah, there's some pretty good movement here, GDT. I definitely think you would have done well today. You've been doing well every day. So every day that you're not trading, you're losing money, because that seems to be what you're good at lately. So we'll see if this wants to turn into a bit of like a sloppy seconds, bouncy ball type thing, or we'll see if it wants to go back towards high of day and stop us out. Either way, we'll be fine with it. Obviously, we would like for it to go back down towards the lows here. 1888. Don't think we'd be asking for much if it got back down there to get back down to 1865. I don't think we're going to get back up the high of day, but we shall see. This thing does look like one of those ones where it could kind of just grind the rest of the day, looking to fill that gap. Watching NMRK here, don't like the volume at all. Would need this thing to move up towards 7. Got a previous resistance sitting at 650. By the way, today on this full screen, I'm gonna move my head over to the right so you just can't see the daily and the 60-minute, so you could actually see the chart. I'm gonna actually do that today. I have a little list of things I want to do here, so I'm gonna get those done. So I knew we weren't gonna just squeeze back up the high of day all at once and stop us out pretty quickly with this one, but it didn't mean it can't go to high day, and it's starting to look like it wants to. Probably could have got out on this break of 1922 because it did try to hold here twice, and it actually was trying to hold there a third time, and then once, as you can see, when it broke through, it kind of gave us a nice little squeeze up there. Could have been a good exit, but trying to be a little bit more patient. We were risking a lot more here to make just a little bit, probably risking like 1 or risking 3 to make 1 there. So probably not the best exit strategy for this remaining 10%, but since it is a smaller amount, I just kind of let it go. But something to pay attention to. I'll definitely put that in the journal. Maybe come back and look at this chart a little bit later. I think GDT is just working. By the way, if you guys are still here, feel free to stop by tonight for the Friday night live stream. We're switching the time. We're going back to 9 o'clock. Starting the thing at 10:30, and then sometimes it runs till about 1 in the morning. I can't do it. It's been getting to me. So we're going to be doing 9 o'clock tonight. So feel free to tune in if you want. If I don't see you tonight, have a good weekend, and I'll see you guys back here Monday morning. So we did pretty much bust right through 50 there. Headed right towards high of day. We'll move it up to 70. We'll get that 1 cent over high of day, just in case. We'll risk the little bit of slippage. We let it come this far. I don't want it to just go right to high of day and then stop us out and then come back down on a pure double top. Which in reality, we should probably give it even more room than this, but I feel like if it's going to make it to here, even if it wants to fake us out, it's going to go a little bit further than that. So giving it too much room doesn't make too much sense. There's the double top as of right now. Somebody was very happy that it made it all the way back to the highs. Just going to take my market order right here. Thank you. SD with a nice jump there. Lower float, low volume. V-Ray. Just kind of looking around. Not seeing too much. It's kind of slowing down. Happy to get 2 trades on Friday. Usually we've been only getting 1 trade on most days. So on Friday I wasn't really expecting too much, but everything kind of went crazy at the bell. I feel like we did miss a few. Nothing too crazy, but oh yeah, that's right. You said spies or Trump's going to be talking at 9. I'm assuming you meant 9 your time, because if it's now, that would be 10 Eastern. So back through 50 here on OXY. Not looking too good. It's looking very bullish. It's very much trying to use that trend line. Or EMA, I should say, not trend line. If we can get back down through 50 and back down through 35, it could look pretty good for us to come back down, but it's not looking very promising. This definitely looks like one where it's going to just kind of continue higher the rest of the day, or at least higher for now. There's still some pretty good volatility in this thing, where if the bulls are kind of in control here, they should be able to control it. He like immediately looked over there.
Oh, well, I was taking the picture that I sent you. Tablet.
Yeah, that's so weird. I've never had that issue before.
Did you get your shoe off? Are you gonna? Yay, Camden! You got your shoes off.
Yeah.
Here.
Mountain Time, gotcha. Yeah. I just remember you had said 9, so I didn't know if it was like they delayed it or if you just meant a different time zone.
These are mummies.
I cannot believe the SPY is at 318. What? The highs before the virus hit was 339. We're literally almost back there. This is insane. It doesn't make any sense. But hey, whatever. I saw a meme on Reddit the other day. It said, "We'll close down the country with 17,000 cases," I think it said, but it's saying we'll reopen with 117,000 or something like that. I'd have to find it. Let me see. My browser is being weird this morning. What the heck?
No.
What you got, bub?
No. Sweet daddy. Guy. Shake.
Something's awkward at the moment.
Shake them. Hey, you can't get those.
Okay. I think it's working. Okay, there we go. Okay. All right, we're coming back down here. See if we can get through that 35 area. That's the key area.
We don't open those.
Actually, I think I'm trying to remember where I posted it last. Can't remember.
Give me these. And then you shouldn't be playing with them anyway. Yeah, you shouldn't be playing with them anyway.
I will find this while we sit here and wait to see what OXY does. How did everybody do today? Let me know in the chat.
Oh gosh, Ken.
Sounds like he just ran into the cabinet. Oh, here it is. Nope, that's not it. Dang it. MICKEY. Couldn't break through that same area. Well, it did, 28, but it got bought right up, which is not a good sign. Right off of that trend line, too. I was like, what is all this? David is going nuts with his charts. All right, let's try looking for this one more time. I know it's not too far up. I didn't even think it was this far up, but apparently, oh, here it is. Okay, so it says when you close schools at 1,000 cases but reopen at 1.7 million. That was it. Good old meme. There it is. It's kind of funny, but so true. There we go. A little fake back through 50. Let's get this pushed down. If we can get this pushed down, I definitely think we'll go retest 19. The question is if we'll get back through or not. This is really, I'm not going to lie, this is kind of determining what it's going to probably do for the rest of the day. So this is a big fight. If it can break up and go high of day, it's looking really good to just kind of chug away the rest of the day towards the upside. But if this breaks through, they kind of lost that fight, right? They lost the battle, but maybe not the war. But down here at this 19 area, they would have to fight again to really kind of get it going, especially because VWAP's all the way down here. That's kind of what we're looking at. But they keep buying it up, though. They're fighting, that's for sure. Every time it tries to kind of get shoved back down a little bit lower, it keeps getting bought up. We could play American Airlines? Oh. I would have, oh, that was right at the bell too. So I don't know if I would have jumped in, but that looks really nice. I thought I pulled them up. Wait, which one is AA? AAL, I thought is American Airlines. Or is it just AA? AA is the one that we played not too long ago. Yeah, that's Alco Core. Okay. So yeah, we missed AA. That was another good one. Constantine got it though. Very well done. I definitely think we would have played that one. Probably would have been looking for it closer to 14. I don't know if we would have missed it though. That was a pretty good move. All right. Now that I scroll all the way up in that conversation. All the way back down. Okay, let me catch up with you guys. I did ask you how you were doing. He's supposed to give comments about the job report. Gotcha. Yeah, I saw Apple at a new high. That was crazy. I mean, it makes more sense for something like that to be doing what it's doing versus the overall market. The overall market being where it's at just makes zero sense to me. One loss for marketing ERY. It looks very choppy. Technical error. I went into it long. Press the take profit at shorts, but yeah, I hate hitting the wrong buttons, man. You've seen me do it over and over again. It's one of those things where it definitely sucks in the moment and it's going to bother you, but you got to get over it, learn from your mistakes, and just move forward. That's all we can do, right? It's done and over with. Can't do anything about it now. Yeah, Apple did pull back a little bit here, but it is definitely looking pretty strong. That's the thing with these tech companies. Apple's a little different than most tech companies, right? Because they actually have product. So I'm sure they definitely got hurt a little bit. Obviously, they're losing sales throughout all of this. The people, I'm sure they're still getting like online sales and whatnot. But you have to realize too, how many people go into the store and buy, right? It's a lot of people. The people that go to the mall, all that good stuff. So. And it makes you wonder, are they still paying all their employees? They lay them off for the time being. Like, because, I mean, every time you go to those Apple stores, there's like 20 people working there, right? They're obviously, it'd be a pretty big overhead to pay when you're not getting anything back in return. So I keep saying, they're saying they're waiving, like, this earnings season. Like, Q2, they're just like, we'll just kind of waive it, right? It's not how we typically run as a business. And a lot of people are operating off of that with buying and selling the stock. It's like, what are you talking about? You can't just waive that your company didn't make money for 3-4 months, right? You kind of have to take that into account. So I really think come Q3, because they're saying like the guidance and their expectations for the future, like the guidance is basically what they're looking for in the future, what they announce at the earnings. They're basically waiving that, saying, well, we can't really give you a real number because of what's going on. And it's like, Yeah, but you literally have made $0. Most companies have made $0 because they've had to be closed over the last 3-4 months. So it makes no sense to me how they can just be like, we'll just act like it never happened. I mean, that's basically what the SPY's doing. That's what the overall market's doing. But whatever. Who am I? Here's Brian with all his glorious looking charts. Look at the first chart he posted. Nice little loser. I mean, it's not that big of a loser. It was a paper cut. But this is discipline right here, guys. HT wasn't working. Cut it, right? That's how it should look. Scroll up and take a look at the rest of his charts here. Nice one here on NBR. Nice little cover. Started going back against him. Had to stop at high of day, I'm sure. He came back down. Got some nice covers. PMT, just nailed that one. Well done. AAL, that was one that we were saying we couldn't play. DFS, another beauty. Look at that one. Play. It looks like kind of chased that one down a little bit, but it worked out. Well done. Not the typical play you would see from Brian. SPG, another one. Beautiful. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful there. All right off the scanner, guys. It's even if he does trade something that's not off the scanner, it's just not off the I3 scan. It's like off the bear scan, or it's like a gapper or something like that. It's something that he has up in the pre-market. But during the day, all those charts that pop up, all right off the scanner, just like me. I literally got out of bed at like 9:15 this morning because I stayed up so late like an idiot. And our oldest son is at his grandparents, and our little one loves to sleep. So I just got to sleep in a little bit this morning, but didn't really get I didn't get any more sleep than I usually do because I stayed up late. But yeah, I literally rolled out of bed, came down here, and look, we found two pretty awesome trades right off the scanner. The scanners do everything for you. I know I'm pumping them up a little bit here, but it's true. Since February 8th of 2019, I have not taken one trade that was not right off these scanners. So we're in a little bit of a descending triangle here. See if it fails or not. All right, we got that key area that's been this key area the whole time. This 36, 35 area. And now we got a nice little descending trend line that we can draw. Scroll in a little bit so you can kind of see it. It's kind of hard. I guess I could do one of these. See it a little bit better. All right, we're coming down through. Excuse me. There we go, getting that break. If we can get down through 1930, I think we'll get a nice little flush here. But remember, we're ultimately looking for this thing to kind of fail. But our stop will come down probably in this general area. We'd be looking for this support this support to turn into resistance, but we want to see this flush out first, right? Get us down low enough to where when it comes back up, we'll look for it to be used as resistance. But we do have a pretty defined area sitting here at 37, 37, 38, 37. So I'm thinking 38 will be our stop if we get back through that 37 area. Looks like it was used here again as well. Yep, 37. So for right now, we'll leave it where we're at. But we'll give it a little bit of room. We'll actually put it at 51, right? Because we're right there. We'll use that $0.50. But we're not looking for that to retest anytime soon, right? We're looking for this to come down to 19. We're trying to retest this low now at 1883. Now we do have VWAP here, but we still do have previous resistance. However, that's kind of nullified because it did already try. I would almost say that this move kind of granted us that. So really we might just be looking for VWAP here at this point. But we'll see what it does here at 19. I'm not really looking to get out of this trade. What we're looking for is this to go lower than 1883. And we'll probably somewhat follow the pivots on the way down here, but we'll also look to, if we have to, just look for the key areas. Like right now we have that 37 area that we'll definitely use. That was a beautiful descending triangle. See it right there. It just absolutely worked out perfectly. Squeezing tighter and tighter, and boom. I don't know why that went up there like that. There we go. It's probably going to take a little bit. It's going to take a little while. It's going to be a little bit longer of a trade, especially for the last 10% of our position here, but it is what it is. Sometimes they'll take a little bit longer. Definitely a longer trade. That is for sure. It always makes you wish that you were a genie, right? So that you could have just known that it was going to do this and you could have just covered your whole position over here. Because now we're just waiting for it to even try to get back down to there. And it's been, what was this, 9:58? Half an hour later. All right, so we're far enough away where we can move this down to that 37 area, put a 38. We'd expect this to be used as resistance at this point. If not, then we're not interested in the trade anymore. Because then, to me, it's gonna. You got to look at it from both perspectives. Because if you're being long biased here, then technically, if it wants to stop here and try to go back up higher, this is technically a higher low. It did kind of double top. It did make a lower high. But in the overall grand scheme of things, this could just be a giant ascending triangle, right? So we got high of day line here. And then if you want to start drawing, you can almost draw through here. But we'll just use here. We'll start at this one. But if it wants to start making a big, giant ascending triangle, right? You have to look at it that way. You can never just be biased. Be like, you can't say, oh, this thing double topped, it's weak, right? Well, if you zoom out and look at it from a bullish perspective, technically, right now, we're bouncing. We're making a higher low. So technically, they're saying, okay, well, we're going to go back to high day. We'll see what we do there. But obviously, we want this key area now of 1913 to break, which we're at it right now. Head back down towards 19. Get all those people that are thinking that's what's happening to start selling their positions. And get the bust down through 19. So it's definitely a game of cat and mouse sometimes, especially with the big money. If there is big money playing these, they know that most of newer retail traders are looking for these trend line setups, these ascending triangles, these bull flags, whatever you want to call them. So a lot of times you'd be surprised. There's some big money out there. I guarantee this happens, that they will make a pattern look like it's forming, and then they will just obliterate you. And then that's just, I'm telling you, it happens. There's no way it doesn't happen. In a market that is literally driven by money, I can guarantee you that that kind of stuff happens. Maybe not specifically on stocks like this, because the volume, you'd need a lot of money to do that on a stock like this, but you get those people manipulating those low floats, it's definitely very possible. Just realized I had 2 orders in there sitting at 1865. We would have ended up going long if it hit that area. It would have been kind of funny. It would have just been for the remaining shares, but still would have been kind of funny. TOUR popping up here. Let's take a look. Nope, nothing there. Just saw it on the scanner popping off, which it is. Just not our play. Volume is there, range is not. Very choppy looking. Just the ascending. There you go. There's a bull flag right there. Kind of a little flag here after the nice big move up. APPS just continuing. I guess because we mess with that. That's why it's doing that. I have no idea why we have this 920. Oh, that was the. See, this is that. This is the one that we were talking about earlier. That it's at all-time highs. That's what it was. And look at what it's doing. So you hit a bunch of orders on the other side of that 920 area, and now look at it, just grinding up. You got all these people knowing it's at all-time highs. They're just pushing this thing higher and higher. Oxy breaking down here towards 19. Perfect. Let's see what it does. VWAP is most likely going to hold here because look at this. Got previous support here at that 1883 area. You got VWAP sitting there at 1880 area right now. It's going to be real tough. So we're going to follow these pivots down now, though. So we got this candle here, 1927. So we'll go to 28. 30 is good enough. Down through 19. Love to see this go straight through 83. Getting a nice push to the downside here. Most likely going to bounce right here at 1880. Would love to be proven wrong. 1850 is where that previous support is. And just leave our order there. If we get the fill, we get the fill. This would be a pretty big move down to our order if we get there through VWAP and previous resistance sitting here. So there's going to be a lot of supply sitting here. So I would not be too upset with just taking the position off right here. Where's the... Did I miss it? See what it does here at 19 coming back up. You can almost technically say that we got a nice pivot here as well. A little bit lower, 1917 area. We'll leave it up there. I like this one a little bit better. A little bit more defined. Because you had it used as support and then it was used as resistance. So VWAP and that previous support trying to hold. See what it does. I do think we'll get a retest of it. Oh, I thought. Oh, okay. It's coming back through 19. We also have this trend line coming down as well, which could also act as some resistance. Did top halt? Oh, that was earlier. And it really slowed down, huh? GCI making a move here. Not really too interested, though. Range isn't that great. I mean, it actually isn't too bad. Has some pretty good volume. If it wants to shoot up to 3, I might be interested. Just checking something here. That's what I thought. it's not acting how we wanted it to. It's kind of topping there. It's doing exactly what it did a little bit earlier. All right, coming back down, testing that same area, 86. What do we say over here is 83. So definitely a key area. We got VWAP there as well, so we can get through there. Yes, sir, Vincenzo. We had some pretty good trades today. This is our trade on Oxy. We still have our remaining shares. We had our stop sitting here at high of day. Didn't quite get there, so we're coming back down. Just looking for it to give us this 1865 area. We shouldn't really still be in this trade. We were risking way more on this remaining 10% than we were looking to make, which we had mentioned earlier. So definitely something to write in the journal. But now that we're back down here, we're seeing if we can't get this little push down. Here we go. Got through that 83 temporarily. It's really all about what it wants to do here at VWAP. Can technically say we got a nice pivot here right above 19 now, so we'll go ahead and move that down. So now we're not risking anywhere near what we're looking to make, but we did obviously over here because this 1865 order never really moved, but we let it go all the way back up towards high of day. GCI, isn't that the one we were looking at earlier? Oh, it is moving up towards 3 here. See if it wants to actually get up there. We're going to start GCI. We're going to let Oxy play out here. We'll go over to GCI, show you what I'm looking at. Got a pretty nice move up here towards 3. I did start with kind of half shares just because it's later. I don't really want to give too much back if we end up doing that. So, oops, that's not what I meant. Put that out there just in case it wants to flush. We're not quick enough. All right, there's the pop through. Dang, missed that top there. Ugh, guys, we missed that pop. I was expecting it. It felt like it wanted a little bit more. Yeah. What are we sitting at? 293. Wait, what? Order limit price different? What the heck? Alright. I'm not sure what that was about, but we're going to get an ad for half our size there. Kind of changing things up a little bit because we missed that ad there. Want to at least get some shares in. It brings us right up to 3 for our average. Just because everything kind of got messed up there. What? Oh. Oh, we got our fill on Oxy. Okay. Got the pop down there on Oxy at 1865. So we kind of messed our orders up here on GCI a little bit, but it's okay. See if we can get the pop down. There we go. Get a little bit more here. Just looking for more like 280s. Coming down. Looking for that pop through 290 here.
What are you doing? It's wet out here. So wet.
I think we're going to get more of a flush if it does. All right, I'm going to take it off there. I completely messed that trade up. Probably still works out, guys, but I just didn't like the way I felt in that trade at all. Completely messed this thing up. Just going to let it do its thing. Ended up basically break even on it. Made $2. So we were right. I mean, the way it felt, it was being held up here. The way it kept coming down to that 290 area, it felt like it should have just went through and flushed. We weren't getting that. Also missed our ad up here. And then we had order issues. I don't know what it was doing there. So just going to let it go. Act like that trade didn't really happen. All right, Kim. I'll see you later. Yeah, I'm hoping that I enjoy the chutney. We'll see. If we could have got that flush, this would have ended up being a really nice trade, but you could feel that it didn't really want to. So this was definitely a feel exit. Obviously, that'll be put in the journal. But we messed this trade up from kind of the beginning there. Really wanted to hit that ad and just totally didn't. It just felt like it was going to get more, and then it just completely flushed. So now we have a bad first entry way early. Didn't get the ad. It was starting to come back up. Didn't want to chance it just popping through high of day, going up towards 350. So we kind of took half of our ad, looking to add the other half, and then we would have had the final 2 part of the 112 up above 350 if it wanted to get there. But as you can see, that's not what happened. So it still would have been a good trade if we could have gotten this bust down through 290. But as you can see, 290 held pretty strong, and now it's headed back up. So kind of sucks how we played it. Could have been a decent money maker if we would have got that ad. But hey, it looks like we made the right move here. We'll actually keep an eye on it. See if it wants to really kind of go through. What do we got there? Brad C., welcome to the channel, my man. Appreciate you. I think this is the last thing we're going to watch here. I was really wanting this to go through 350. for us to kind of get back in.
You want a jacket? Say it's hot, bud.
Wow, look at that. Yes.
He wants to go for a walk. Would you like to get off and come with us? Since you're supposed to be off your stream at 10:30?
I mean, 10:30, 11. I mean, I'd rather honestly edit in peace, to be honest.
Trying to get family time in.
And we'll have plenty of that over the weekend. And yes, guys, I know that was a subtle hint that she wanted me to come with her, but it's really humid outside, and I just don't feel like it. Rather sit here and enjoy the peace. It's not every day my oldest isn't running around yelling at me. Yes, the show tonight starts at 9 o'clock, Vincenzo. I'm going to mention that in my video later as well.
Can you climb in?
Alrighty, so that moving average is moving up here. This thing is bullish for sure. I do think I'm going to get out of here so I can get the editing done for the day. And then those other things that I was talking about, I'll probably do that a little bit later, to be honest, but I'll get the editing done now. But that's going to be it from you guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Always appreciate that support. Don't forget, live stream tonight, 9 o'clock. Get your last little dose of the stock market. I'll be here, and I don't know how long it's going to last, but I definitely like the idea of starting it earlier again, especially because I thought the later we did the live stream, the more participants we might get just from the West Coast and whatnot, but it doesn't seem to be the case, so I'm just going to go back to 9 o'clock and see if it makes a difference, and that's going to do it. So I will see you tonight. If I don't see you tonight, have a great weekend, and I'll see you Monday morning. Peace.